Jay, Ricky, and I are both 4-4. Winner makes playoffs, loser season is over. Welcome to week 9 of the BBR season, our final week. We are at risk of missing the playoffs for the second season in a row, which would be a disastrous start to our 2025. Can our team finally put it together after a tumultuous season and make an unlikely playoff run? Let's find out. If you enjoy the competitive draft league content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of our next draft league, and you will definitely want to be a part of the great community we are building here around competitive draft league. Jay Ricky's team is one of the better constructed teams in the entire league, with Tornadus-Therian at the top and the blistering speed with Iron Bundle and Speed Boost Blaziken to go alongside it. This combination of offense can be too much for most teams to deal with, ours included. We have decent counterplay to Iron Bundle and Blaziken, but as you can probably imagine, our ability to manage Tornadus-Therian is soft at best, especially if Jay Ricky elects to go with Terra Electric, a great way for him to turn my Tornadus-Therian into setup fodder. Despite this powerful offensive core, there is still an opportunity for us to take advantage of some of his more defensive pieces. Mesprit provides a great opportunity for Samurott Hisui to come in and set up spikes. Corviknight allows us to click powerful fire attacks with Volcarona, and Swampert, if it comes in on Samurott Hisui, allows us to get up even more entry hazards. Taking these opportunities when they come up will be difficult, but crucial if we want to deal with the offensive threats. Our build starts off with counterplay to Iron Bundle, with Tornadus-Therian leading off to become Steel type with Terra. Assault-Faced Tornadus-Therian does a great job managing this Pokemon, able to take multiple Hydro Pumps and pressure it out with our stab line coverage. Given our Assault Vest, our moveset doesn't have a lot of excitement though. Despite being U-Turn's biggest detractor, it is still key on this set to keep momentum in our favor, something that we can easily lose in this battle. We choose to run Bleak Wind Storm over Hurricane to maximize some accuracy, but with Terra Blast and Heat Wave rounding out our additional coverage. Priority is going to be a critical part of handling Speed Boost Blaziken, with limited options dealing with the powerful Speed Boost attacker. Samurott Hisui gives us access to Aqua Jet, allowing us to revenge kill any Blaziken set after some Rocky Helmet damage. The main goal with this set is to come in as often as possible, using heavy duty boots to preserve HP, and click Ceaseless Edge to get up as many spikes as possible. Important to keep the amount of times Jay Ricky's top tier threats can come in limited. Sacred Sword and Knockoff round out the coverage options, though very unlikely to be leveraged in this battle, despite some potential use cases. Our Chaladon has been our MVP this season, and is going to need another MVP performance if we're going to hold back Jay Ricky's Ogerpon Cornerstone and Tornadus-Therian. Stamina and Leftovers is a great combination, both benefiting from being on the field as long as possible. Body Press is our best way to snowball this effect, dealing massive damage after taking a few hits from the Ogerpon or the Therian. Flash Cannon gives us a different stab option for Ogerpon and Iron Bundle, and then Thunderbolt completes the set as a way to keep Corviknight's HP low, a Pokemon our team can struggle with if not dealt with early. To enable Samurott Hisui and revenge killing Blaziken, we add Rocky Helmet Screamtail to our team, doubling as Tornadus-Therian counterplay if the situation permits. Rocky Helmet and Endure are a classic combination for allowing you to maximize the damage taken by a recoil damage attacker like Blaziken, allowing Aqua Jet to kill against even the most bulky of sets. Which is critical in a set like this, granting an opportunity to use this for this route as well if we are able to get out the Blaziken matchup with high enough HP. Encore allows us to prevent Blaziken or Therian from setting up in front of us, and then Dazzling Gleam gives us a way to deal the final bit of damage to a Pokemon like Blaziken or even Iron Bundle if need be. Our team continues to be weak to Tornadus-Therian, with many of the Pokemon on this team that can take it on being very situational. Crocodile is not much better in this regard, but Rindo Berry allows us to lure it into taking a massive Earthquake or close combat, depending on the Terra type. The issue with this plan is how free Corviknight is as counterplay for this Pokemon. Smackdown does kind of solve this, removing the Earthquake immunity and allowing us to continue to put up big damage on Jay Ricky's team. Knockoff rounds out that final slot, removing an item from a key Pokemon like Swampert or Therian on the switch-in. Quiverdance Volcarona is once again our final team member, looking to take advantage of an endgame scenario where Spike's incidental chip damage has put his entire team in range. We are running Substitute on the heavy duty boot set again, looking to create a free turn against Mesprit or Pheasantipity to set up and stay behind a Substitute, and making it easier to break through a potential specially defensive Tornadus-Therian. Psychic is our final coverage move, dealing super effective damage to both the Blaziken and the Pheasantipity. And that is our team for the final week of the BBR season. Shout out to Kaz, Kirby, and Willowrush for all of the build and mock support this week. Let's get into it. All right, we're in with the battle against Jay Ricky. He has brought the team we have basically expected. Terra Electric Therian is the Terra type. That was the predicted Terra. We mocked against that one, so we're good with that. We are Terra Steel Tornadus-Therian, of course, which means we have to lead to get our Terra off to make ourselves a consistent check
with the Assault Vest 2 Iron Bundle. So that is our plan off lead here. Variety of different things J-Ricky could do off rip here. But I think realistically, all of them are going to result in us getting our Terra off and U-turning on turn 1. Maybe Swampert leads. I guess it kind of really depends, right? There's a lot of different ways he can lead this. He could just lead Zarude and try to get offensive off rip. He could lead Ogre Pond Cornerstone, best lead Swampert. And he does lead the Ogre Pond Cornerstone. So one of the expected leads here in this battle. So we get a U-turn off to break the, what's it called? We get a U-turn off here to break the Sturdy. Now we did have Hurricane before, and Hurricane did allow us to 2 KO this. So we're not going to have the opportunity to take that here. Though I think a U-turn into our Chaladon is perfectly reasonable. We don't need to do anything more complicated than that. If you want to get really aggressive and predict, of course, that's like his prerogative, but I don't think that's a play that's super difficult to make in this early game, especially we're setting up a hazard is so free. He could obviously, well, he can't counter. I mean, he could, but like that would just not logically make a lot of sense here in this spot because of my special attacker. So let's go into our Chaladon. The Blaziken is here, which means that we do have to be mindful of our HP. We don't have like free wish turns into it where we have to use basically all of our Chaladon's HP, or all of Screamtail's HP to hold that Pokemon back. He does get the spikes up, so this is just a spike stacking lead. Kind of unsurprising there. I think what I want to do in terms of attack is just go for the Flash Cannon, right? Flash Cannon's just the safest move. It's going to kill here. Even if he goes for the attack, we get a nice little trade-off here. He goes for the superpower. We will live this. Yeah, and we live that very comfortably, actually, in fact. So we'll take that one every day of the week. I could have obviously gone into something like Volcarona to hit that. It's just not necessary, right? Like, we just don't need to do something like that. Ooh, he does actually live here. Interesting. So, a little bit of bulk. I'm trying to see the calc. Torn, U-turn to live for that to come off. Okay, that's a little bit frustrating, actually. I could go into Screamtail just to get the last little bit off, right? Like, I guess the question is he's probably going to sack this Pokemon. This is risky to lose HP on this, right? But if I go into Screamtail, -1, even if he attacks with something like an Ivy Cudgel or something, then we should be fine. So I want to preserve HP on the Sir Chaladon only in that, like, the Sir Chaladon is pretty useful elsewhere. And with the fact that I can kill this with the Rocky Helmet on a more than likely second superpower, I think this is a risk worth taking here. I think in this instance, he's just gonna spike again. Okay, so I guess that was the other opportunity. So he gets another hazard up. He's gonna get all his hazards up now, which is not great. And I'm kind of surprised by that, right? Because like the second spike doesn't really do a lot. I guess like I preserve HP. -1, I'm getting somewhere with Wish. Not really. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that play. Maybe that was a waffle, but like if my Archaladon is at such low HP, it loses a lot of utility the rest of the battle. So I'm not like super big fan of that. I guess I could have gone to Torn. Torn might have been safer. But let's just Dazzlingly. Let's just get rid of this Pokemon. I could have got my own Rocks up. Problem is this knockoff now is going to lose my item. And I guess I should have predicted that and got my Rocks up. So, all right. I've waffled a little bit in these first few turns. I'm not happy about that by any means because I could have had my Rocks up. I could have been into this game. We lost our Rocky Helmet. We still have high HP on our Chaladon, which is nice. So like at the end of the day, like that's going okay for us. And he only has 2 spikes up. So I guess at the end of the day, it's not, I don't know. In a lot of instances, I'm not, I guess in a lot of sequences, I'm not necessarily happy with how that played out. Especially where I'm probably just going back into this Pokemon, right? Like, yeah, I think I just go back into our Chaladon here. So yeah, I think a waffle sequence there by me. Definitely, I guess a little bit of the nerves starting in this game, kind of making some unoptimal decisions early. Especially we have to take so much HP. We're gonna get a U-turn off. We're not gonna take like anything from this, so we're gonna be able to gain some HP back. We get a stamina boost as well, which is nice. So that's gonna make it a little bit tougher for whatever comes in next to actually put pressure on me. But Yeah, given how this played out, we lost our item on Screamtail for nothing, so kind of not a great play on that front. Alright. So in comes Iron Bundle. I'm gonna do some calcs here, because this should tell me information on Iron Bundle, right? Iron Bundle, Ice Beam, kills. So I mean, we're gonna go right into our Torn, right? Torn is our check to this Pokemon at all times. The second spike is tough, but that we're fine against all sets here. Choice specs will get a little bit tougher to deal with over time, which would have mean getting up rocks would have been super important, but he's just gonna Ice Beam out here off rip. So 31, that's gonna be what, 71 HP, so that should give us the rest of the information we need on this set. This looks to be choice specs. So 301. That looks to be low roll specs. Okay. Good to know. Really would have liked to have got my rocks up then, but that's perfectly fine. We'll just U-turn out here. He's not specs. Am I just bad at calcing? Dude, I must just be the worst calcer of all time. Well, I'm actually the worst calcer of all time, I think. That's super dumb. I might have like missed all the HP. I guess like we can go Screamtail here. I really don't like having to use Screamtail for this use case, but I do have my Rocky Helmet. So I'll just go Screamtail, I think. I'm not really happy with how this game's going, as you guys can probably tell. It's probably very obvious that this has gone super, super poorly. I'm super confused about that calc. All right, let me look at the calc for Dazzling Gleam into Torn, into Bleak Wind. So Dazzling Gleam into Bleak Wind will kill here. So I guess I have the Dazzling Gleam here. I lose a lot of HP. I still have access to the Rocky Helmet damage on Blaziken, right? I don't need a lot. I have Aqua Jet, Samurott in the back. So let's just take a Dazzling Gleam off on this Pokemon. He's just going to taunt. Okay, I'll take that. Wow, okay. Screamtail has gotten away with a lot here that it probably necessarily shouldn't have here in this battle. And that's really, really good chip. That's never a 2 KO, right? I think I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam again, right? It ate a U-turn into... I mean, I live this hit, so I might as well just Dazzling Gleam again and try to get some damage. If he misses Hydro Pump, he's just going to Ice Beam. Super low HP now. Okay, I have to sack Screamtail now. All right, so we've had to trade HP on Screamtail. This is not how we need this to be going. The problem is like if you just... Let me think through this. I have to sack this Pokemon now because of spikes. I can't really go anywhere else. After that, I just go Torn, U-turn, and then we're fine. Yeah, I think I'll have to do that. I think we have the Dazzling Gleam here. I don't like how I'm playing this game, I'm going to be honest. Freeze Dry. So we get the full set. We get to go back into Torn at least. No, I'm really confused about that calc. I don't know what it is. Why I just don't have the bag when it comes to calcing things. As I could have gone into my thing here. I'm always living this, given the set that we've seen. So we'll just U-turn out here, because U-turn's always going to kill. And then if we get Iron Bundle, like, we've gotten rid of Ogerpon. If he gives us the bundle, he gives us the bundle. We can use this now for other things. Like, I don't know. I don't like how I got rid of the Screamtail, but I can get a spike up in this Pokemon. I guess I can Aqua Jet this thing too now. It's an Aqua Jet range. It should be. All right, we should live this. All sets we live. Yep, that's fucking lot of HP, but... Alright, Iron Bundle down. He's running out of threats, which is good. Problem is I needed the chip. I needed the chip with the Screamtail to get done what I wanted to get done on the Blaziken. How do I get this chip back? I get it through recoil. I can get it through recoil on Volcarona. Because he has to Flare Blitz me, and then he's in Aqua Jet range. I guess where do I go next? I guess Arch? Yeah, let's go Arch. Yeah, really, I could have used this. Now that I think about it, will this thing die now? The Ice Beam. I'm at huge risk here now of Blaziken. Luckily for me, it has the Swords Dance to be super threatening against my team, but there are opportunities for that. There are opportunities to see that. Dance a monkey. Okay, the Zarude comes out. So he probably sees this as a setup opportunity, I'd have to guess. You have to Terra here, I think, right? I don't see a world where you don't Terra. I mean, he might just have close combat here. I think I'm gonna Roar here. Roar is a little bit passive, but he is just gonna CC. Okay. That works for me. So close combat. We gotta learn this set. We can learn as much as we can about the moves that this thing has. He didn't Terra, which is good for him. I can't attack. I can go into Volcarona. It probably has Rock Slide then, given the set idea that he's going for. Given the set idea, he probably has that. Do I have to just chip this thing with... No, I need this for Fez. I think I int him. Let's go Volcarona. I don't like this. I don't like this because I have to scout now. Right? Like I have to scout this thing set. It did. It's Jolly Max, it looks like. It could be, yeah, it has to have some attack investment, which opens this up to being another set, right? The way I brought this in, I obviously never live. I can go here and intimidate, shuffle. I don't like any of the plays that I'm making right now. I'm gonna intim shuffle this, I think. I'm gonna just scout for Rock Slide. And with this thing intimmed, then I can kind of get my bait going a little bit. But like this is obviously not great by any means. I think you might Terra here. You are Rock Sliding, okay. So that's good for me at least. But you're -1. I have to be wrong here, I think, on Earthquake, right? If I Earthquake, then it's in range. If he Terra's Earthquake and then is in range of Torn after the fact, probably. Not even with max HP though, dude, right? Like, fuck, I played this one really, really poorly. And he's CC'd, so he has minus defense. Oh, I'm gonna Earthquake, I think, here. He's gonna withdraw. Okay, that's good for me. All-Star. This is either the Swampert. Yeah, it's a Swampert. Where do I go now? I need... We're running out of time here. We're running out of time to make this work. To make anything work in this spot. How do I get back? I think I'm gonna go... So I'm gonna go Torn here. Only in that... I think you're gonna try to either flip turn, maybe set up a Stealth Rock, try to get like an endgame rock up. I think how I win this game is by chipping this. He's gonna flip. Okay. Allows me to reset turns against the Zarude. Because he has to choose first. And that's going to make Fez just a little bit harder. But I do have Substitute Volcarona as still a really good possibility to win this game. Okay, he goes this. I can go Crook now. Right? I just go Crook. -1 Rock Slide. I live Rock Slide at -1. Right? So I think I go into this now. Get the intim off. But we're running out of time. I think at this point he's going to attack me. So we know he's not choice, right? He's probably some sort of boot set. He probably thinks he can kill. He probably stays... I think this time you stay grass type, right? I think you're going to stay in attack and be grass type. Come on, let me get a close combat off here. Close combat would be game changing if I get it on this. I'm running out of Pokemon though, but... He's going to withdraw. That's fine. He's probably just going to go back into this. Yep. This is in range of Earthquake, though. Do I have to... I guess it's not. It's fucking J. Ricky. He's got the Citrus Berry locked and loaded. The problem is the close combat now kills the. So close combat kills Crocodile, so I have to like int him and then like Quiver Dance up on the Zarude, right? I haven't got chip on it though. Yeah, I think we're kind of dobs here. I'm trying to think how I should have played this one differently already, but I don't know if that's necessarily healthy to do here. I should live a flip turn, right? Let's just keep this low. Let's just keep this low. Maybe we get a crit and get something to get us back into this game. It's gonna flip. We do live this. No, we don't. Oh, it's fucking Torrent, man, of course. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't matter, right? I think we're kind of dobs here at this point. I really don't like how I played this one at all, to be honest. I really don't like how I played around this. I don't like how I played the early game, right? I had so many pieces that could have been useful if I kept my Pokemon healthy in the early game. And we didn't take those opportunities when we got them, right? So, kind of is what it is. You take the hand you're down. You play. Sometimes you just play yourself into losses that don't really make sense. That's kind of on you, right? So I mean, I guess I go here, right? Like maybe you misclick Terra and miss Rock Slide. It's probably the most likely thing that happens. Sub is not doing anything for me here. All right, let's just Fire Dance. Maybe he misses the Rock Slide. He's gonna Terra, which means if he does miss, I get a Fire Dance, I get an Aqua Jet off on this Pokemon, and then maybe that's something that happens when he missed like a million moves with Pheasantipity, but I think this is unfortunately going to be the end of the season. A little bit of a rough one, kind of over the course of the season. Definitely felt like I should have been playing better, like almost in all of the games I played. I think a lot of games went like this, where I think either I psyched myself out or I just played poorly, but good game to J. Ricky. Zarude, we beat it last time out, the top dog in SV. We couldn't get it this time. We'll be back next league in a couple of weeks. We'll Aqua Jet for fun, get our turn animation in. We'll be back with our next league in. Why did that actually put him in range of this? Why did he do that? Does he not have Power Whip? I guess I should have Ceaseless, but I mean, I'm dead to the Blaziken anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. We'll let him have it here. Yeah, I'm confused as to... Yeah, I guess he just doesn't have the either coverage, Rock Slide, close comments, and coverage. I don't know. Either way, we'll see everyone for the next league. Thanks for watching, and see everyone next time.